and namaste everyone, it's Little Lotta and I'm back to yap about analog horrors. Now I did do a previous video talking about my favorite analog horror series, and as of right now I think I'm still fine with that list, and so I'm just gonna leave it alone. For this video, I'm actually just going to talk about some analog series that I didn't mention before on the list, but I still love them. Right, starting out at number one, it's Dexter the dog. Firstly, I love the art style used in this series. Like, not just in the series, but like everything that they make looks stunning. I've said it before, but I love creatures, and Dexter is just so, he's just so Dexter, you know? And also the video editing with this art style is just perfect. Like, honestly, if you love Dr. Nowhere, right, if you're a Dr. Nowhere girly, you'll really appreciate XP Goat's work as well. So definitely go check out, right? Basically, the story of Dexter the dog is that this company called Seeker wants to open a portal to another dimension. This is after they turned a burn victim into a flower monster, by the way. She's still rampaging like next door. She's still busy doing her thing. Anyways, Dexter is there and they try to talk to him for a while. Like, they open the portal and then he's just like on the other side of the portal, right? And yeah, he's there. They try talking to him for a little bit, and one of the guys makes a joke that I don't think Dexter appreciated very much, because he breaks out of the mirror and starts to, just be a tad bit silly, He's just a doggo though. Let him live his best life, yo. Prehistoric emergence. Oh, prehistoric emergence. It's the next one I'm talking about. I love the concept of the series. Like, so basically, the gods are tired of humanity shit, right? So they open holes in the ground, just pop, holes. And prehistoric creatures emerge, right? Wouldn't you know it? And like creatures, for example, like the saber-toothed cat, the velociraptors are there, and this thing called the Daba. They're just walking around, wandering around, wreaking havoc, causing traffic jams on the road. But anyway, there are people in this world that are like trying their best to live with the prehistoric emergence. Like this one guy who just had a centipede running around. I'm forgetting what the scientific name of the creature is called, but it's a giant centipede, right? And they were just chilling. They were chilling and they were cool. Personally, I prefer millipedes. I think they're adorable. Like, they just roll around and like centipedes feel like, I don't know, they feel like dangerous millipedes. I don't mess with centipedes like that, but he likes it and I love it for him, right? So anyway, they're doing their thing, but then the government people, they didn't like that. I'm forgetting what the company is called, but they didn't appreciate that, so they pulled up to his house and they killed his dog and then his centipede, and then they kidnapped him. He's probably dead. Like I was watching the thing, and the way that news lady was talking to that agent guy who went to go fetch him, I was like, yeah, that guy dead. Like, he's dead. Like, there's no way they just took him and are holding him nicely somewhere. He's gone, bruh. Okay, so anyway, so the government is intervening and is trying to eradicate these creatures, which is making the gods even more angry, right? Because the whole reason they did this is because, they're tired of humanity. They think humanity is ruining everything. Like, they're looking at what humanity is doing, and they're just like, oh, they're ruining my stuff. And so they send all these creatures to try and, sort out humanity and gauge also, which is why also the Daba is there, because the Daba is like a child that can go and observe, and then the gods are gonna see how they treat the Daba, and that will determine whether they don't, or I don't know, send another flood or something, right? So that's what's happening. And with how aggressive the military and governments are being, who knows what the gods are gonna do, really, because they're already destroying houses and things like that. So who knows what they're going to do next, eh? Okay, so the last one I'm gonna yap about for this video is Greylock. Oh my goodness. I freaking love Greylock. Like, listen to me. Uh, like, I really think I should do a ranking video for all the analog horrors I've seen. If I don't just rank the series, maybe I'll rank the entities, add to my ranking based off attractiveness. I don't know. We'll see what future me decides to do. But anyways, back to Greylock. The story is about this government experiment where the government got people to create these creatures called thought forms, right? You want to know what a thought form is? Well, thought forms are creatures that are created with, guess what? Your thoughts. Hey. So basically, you manifest your imaginary friend into reality. But the thing is, now the government made the people participating in this experiment think like really just dark things, right, while creating these thought forms. So of course they came out evil. They broke out of the government bunker or whatever and started kidnapping people. Like what did they expect? Like, why not make people think about like rainbows and unicorns? Like, I don't understand why they did it the way they did it, but I digress. There's also this mountain. I'm also forgetting what the mountain's called. There's this mountain where a bunch of guys went. They got, I'm gonna just say they got real sick. They got real sick. That whatever was there in that mountain is not mixture. Anyway, back to the other events of the story. There's this one lady who, from a child, the government people have been experimenting on her because, I don't know, she's just got powerful psyche or whatever, right? And they made her manifest this masked man into reality. She was busy opening doors in her mind. Like, hey, yo, that scene chills where she's like, it's looking at me, he's looking at me, he's turning around. I was like, yo, okay. But anyways, right? So they've been experimenting on this girl ever since she was a little kid. And then when she grows up, right, she's super excited. She's with her hubby. They're pregnant, they're about to have a baby. And then they go to the hospital one day, right, to get the ultrasound. And baby's gone. Baby was there, and then baby wasn't there. Baby just vanished, gone. Like, like the washing powder, vanish, like a stain in the washing machine. Baby's gone. And she dies of heartbreak, right? Because, like, my baby just vanished out of my uterus. So, yeah, she passes away from heartbreak. But then, all of a sudden, her corpse is crying. Hello? What is going on? And there's this other lady also, like later in the series. I think that's my favorite episode. That lady, let me just tell y'all. So what happens in the episode now is this lady, right? She's chilling in her house and she runs a dog sanctuary, right? So it's like her house, and then on a separate side of the property is like the dog sanctuary, right? On the side of by the dogs now, she's been getting alarms on her system, right? When you have a security system, the people's, when you have alarms, they check in on you, and they've been telling her, they're like, something is operating there by your property, ma'am, right? And the whole time she's like, "Hi, there's nothing here," right? And she's now getting frustrated, right? She's getting frustrated with these people. One of the guys that actually decides to do his fucking job, right? He calls her and he's like, "Ma'am, again, there's something in your yard," right? And she's like, "Yo, I'm tired of y'all." She gets up, she decides she's going to go check it out for herself. And while she's busy going out and checking, he's seeing meanwhile on the cameras, "Hey, Wena, there's something here. There is something operating, like live jive. Why did no one tell you? That there's something here, ma'am? There is something there." And she's like, shit. Because now she's not in her house, right? She's not in her house anymore. She's by the dogs. And it's like, she's like, shit. I need to just make sure the dogs are locked in. And I was like, yo, you are better than me, lady. You are better than me. Because me, I would have ran. I would have ran. I would have left the dogs to fend for themselves. Shame. Yo. You're telling me there's a hoho outside my house? Because even the guy didn't know what he was seeing on the camera. I'm like, there's a hoho outside my house. Forget it. Anyway, so she's busy trying to lock in the dogs, right? And then this guy's telling her, quickly, I'm sending the police, please. And if it was South Africa, she was still cooked either way. But South African police, they would have found that lady. They would have found her next month. Anyway, so yeah, this guy calls the police in the meantime, and then she's there, and she decides, okay, she's gonna hide. She's gonna hide in that room, in that, like, the rescue place where she's keeping the dogs. She's gonna hide there, and then this thing, it just in the door. It's in the building with her. And like, that scene was so tense. It's like listening to an emergency call. Have you ever listened to one of those? It's like, like my spirit was not sitting nice when I was watching that. I was like, oh my goodness. And like at the end of the video, you know what happens? She literally gets turned into a human-dog amalgamation. Dog, I'm not even going to show you here. You just have to see for yourself. Living in this universe, be real swell. It'll just be, amazing. Anyways, if you haven't noticed, I really love analog horrors, and I just wanted to talk some more about the genre. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm really considering making a full-scale ranking video of every analog horror I've seen. The ones I've seen only. So if I haven't seen it, if I make that video later on and I haven't seen something you've seen, kiss, right? But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, I guess. What ending thoughts for the video? Please go check out these series for yourself, because my summaries are not doing it justice. They so aren't. You really just need to sit and watch these by yourself, especially like all the stuff with Dexter the dog. Like, I can't explain to you those visuals, dude. I can't explain to you. You really just need to watch it yourself. And yeah, I think I'm done yapping. I'm done running my mouth for now. Links to all my socials are in description below. If you want commissions from me, commission is open. You can DM me on Instagram or TikTok or email me. I'll put the email in description. And I think that's it from me. Toodles!